And boop, we are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Allatour.
Again,
2 times in 1 week. The frames are messed up. There you go. Fixed it.
Ah, shit.
Ooh,
Ah, damn.
Oh, it's misery. I'm so strong.
Incredible. Okay. Yeah, kind of everyone here is a little bit tired from a long day, but we are still showing up to deliver that Allatour goodness and keep racing towards the finale of this game.
Wake up.
And everybody gotta wake up.
Those good cracks.
Oh my god, so good. Being large has its setbacks, such as all of your bones just constantly just compressing on each other, so...
Drew's gonna have to start scratching his back like a bear.
I will...
Just rubbing against the wall.
I'm gonna be like JJ and start grinding up against buildings. That's the way he said it. That's what he said.
Wait, what did he say?
Before we did Hat Town, he said he was talking about himself, and he was like, I'm grinding up against buildings, and I was like, why? And he's like, no, like a bear, and I was like, bears grind on each other, and he's like, no, like to itch themselves.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You know,
not the bears we're thinking of.
Apparently there actually is a separate grinder for only bears. I don't know if you guys have heard about
Good
this.
for them.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But that is, and I'm gonna totally rip off because I saw a Brendan Lee Mulligan clip about it. But Brendan was like, that's kind of a wild pitch to be like, you have a board of directors and a CFO and a whole operating network, and your main draw is, no, see, our service is different from Grindr because our men are hairier. It's like, that's kind of crazy.
Darby, do you have the bear image locked and loaded?
Oh my god.
What's the bear image?
I need to... Okay, so Moss, I need you to understand that I sent this to, like, all of my high school, like, my group of friends from Jersey. Not seeing all of the images in the image.
Okay.
I need to find it first.
Oh,
wait, I'll find
one.
it from messages. This one. Let me find it. Where is it? Come back. Okay, we're gonna do it.
Bobby Hill. Sorry, I'm looking at the old memes in media.
Well, unfortunately. Where are you?
Oh shit, we're live. Oh god.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
I found it.
I sent this to everyone at probably like 11 in the morning. Yeah, take a wild guess which images I saw and which ones I didn't.
11:09 a.m. on a Friday.
Where are you sending this?
Wait, you sending it or am I sending
Oh,
it?
sorry, I thought you said you were.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Just gotta put it.
You beat me to it.
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Sorry, I don't like the mobile Discord. Why? Wait, hold on. Sorry. Okay, it's going to memes and media.
Hell yeah.
Oh god. You just saw the bear. You didn't see the
And
bear
I didn't see
tenderly
the
making
men
out.
until like a full like 20 minutes after I sent it. But also, like half of the people in the chat didn't see the human men either.
I did not see
either.
the men.
You see what you want to see.
Thing too, I save like things to my Pinterest that I want to send to you guys because I find them all at once, but I can't send them all at once because that would be silly. I've had that pinned for probably like a week and did not see the men.
It's art. Kate is here. She did not see.
Hey, what the heck?
Kate's here. Hello, Kate.
What the heck?
Pleasure to have you here.
She also did not see the men.
Yeah. Also, Kate, thank you so much for joining. We're going to be hopping in, and I believe Darby's going to show off their skills first, so get excited.
Ooh.
Yeah. Super, super cool. Anything else? Also, we were just talking about just the fun of having JJ around for Hat Town, about how he grinds on buildings in New York.
Excuse me.
Just like that, the burps interrupt the stream.
There we go.
They're wonderful.
Exactly.
I'm holding true.
So
Okay.
clip that, and we'll interpose it random times in the stream.
At one point at the end of this channel, when we're not going to do this anymore, whenever that happens to be, I want to just take like a week straight and go through every single like video and make a burp compilation.
Oh my god, it would
That
take
would take
so long.
so long.
Yes, exactly. I would need help.
It will. I guarantee that would be our most watched video.
A million
of all
%.
time.
Every
Absolutely.
single bird.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
But with that, is there anything else we wanted to hop into before we? Oh, we got a Canada Dry. That's like prime ammunition for burps. Jesus Christ. Is there anything else to
Locked
get
and
into
loaded.
before we hop into D&D?
Nah.
No.
I'm good.
No. And no. There he is. Hi, Moss. Hi.
That-
It's like that made me think of those TikToks where it's like he almost formed a thought. Like
just a dot.
It was close.
That was such a good impression.
Yes.
It's almost like Kate saw 6 dogs today.
It's
Yeah.
almost like,
Okay. But with that, we want to play some D&D?
yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
and yes. Then how about a deep
There
and
he
cleansing breath
is.
before we begin? How about a deep and cleansing breath before we begin? Sound good?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, then everybody, please join me.
No, start over.
Okay,
Lock in.
okay.
Lock in. Lock in.
Please, everybody, please join me.
Wasn't deep or cleansing enough.
Less deep, more cleansing.
Less deep, more cleansing, and everything after
Get
that.
that scrub daddy in there.
That shallow, everything after that shallow and polluting breath is canon. We return to
Wax
Allatour.
is torn.
What? Wax is torn. We return to Allatour. After shenanigans at Ville de Rêve. After deciding that Winter Scott Key and his children Emma and Chloe would mount Coaster and leave Allatour, exiting this campaign. After plans were made to see which of your allies would help with the upcoming potential conflict within Jumelage, within Castle Entree. After everyone was scryed upon by Between Us, as he was offended by the way in which you underestimated his power, you all learned the capabilities of a warlock lich. You learned many things about him. Phylacteries, classes, you understand kind of how he was resurrected, how each of the Feylords was resurrected and the way that they were. And you also learned what he is capable of, as a rainstorm of wine began to plummet down to the earth, as the clouds above you became a thunderstorm of crimson. And in a lightning strike, all the damage of which was prevented by your cloud giant allies from early in this campaign, you were all teleported to the far reaches of Allatour, separated from each other for one final challenge before your confrontation with
go.
Between Us. Did I say Waynestorm? Just
Wainstorm.
You would know if you said Wayne Storm.
I
You
would've
would.
gotten flack for it, okay.
Because we would have
Yeah.
raised hell.
Kate, just be the ref for this one and just randomly say that I'm fucking up words, and I will just stutter the entire session.
Oh, I trust Kate if she says you said Wayne Storm. I missed that.
Oh yeah.
Wayne Storm.
Rainstorm.
I don't think I did, but still soaked from wine from the Waynestorm. You just nothing but flubs in the chat, just everything.
You're beefing it. You're buffing it.
We cut back to Wax. We're gonna hop between each of you, but starting off with Wax. Covered in dirt that has now absorbed the wine. You are in the midst of a cornfield, and all you can see is blue sky above you, clouds rolling overhead, but nothing but corn all around you and the tunnel you just dug your way out of. With that, I need a quick nature or perception check.
Okay. It will be
Why did I
Perception.
go? Why did in my head was I about to be like guidance?
That- you
You're
know,
not
I
there.
wish- Hey, got a 9.
you got a 9. Was that a perception check or a nature check?
Perception.
Perception. A gust of wind causes the corn to rustle all around you, and in that rustling, you lose something from your inventory, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. As your body, like the wind rustles, blows in your hair, and once it subsides, something is missing off of your inventory. But that perception check was so low, you are unable to figure out what it is.
God damn, that sucks. Do I have my ring? Do I have pinecone?
Yeah, as you check, you do have. I will tell you what it is if you try to use it, but you do still have the ring. You have pinecone.
God damn. I'd take out my weapons and make sure I have those, Autumn and Thorn.
You do have Autumn and Thorn. You do have this like incredible like Fey blade and like Fey dagger and Fey rapier.
Did you take it from my shit? Did you get into my character
I did
sheet,
not get
you
your
bastard?
character sheet. No.
Okay.
It would have been too hard to remove. I would have forgotten to put it back in, and then we're just fucked for later. So.
Cool. All good. Okay, well that sucks. I am going to first of all activate my divine sense. Ping, ping, ping. And see if
Okay.
I can sense anyone around me.
It is
That-
a 30-foot radius, correct?
60 feet. Any celestial
60
fiend
feet.
or undead.
Celestial fiend or undead, and as you thum, 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 you do get a ping on this radar. Does it, to be specific about this, does that divine sense tell you where it's like a sonar, does it tell you where this creature is?
It says, until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet.
You are able to sense an undead presence approaching you rapidly, incredibly quickly. And as this undead presence is approaching you, as you kind of tap into this like ambient sense of undead things, it becomes so strong that it's almost as if it's about to collide with you, like ram itself into you, before all of a sudden it is suddenly behind you and leaving, and you're able to feel this like presence begin to leave, go behind you. It takes a left turn, a right turn. You're able to like kind of feel it's moving incredibly quickly, but you're not able to pin it down specifically. As you're looking around, you didn't see anything come at you. You didn't see anything come behind you, as you realize that this ping is coming from underground.
Oh. Okay, and I was in a tunnel. If I look back down into the hole that I came out of, does it seem like it leads elsewhere? Or is it just like a closed off
As
pocket?
as you look down again, as I described it on Monday, space, ample space in front of you, ample space behind you. It was just your like basically
Right.
you were laying down like in the prone position, arms to your chest, like barely enough room to kind of like shimmy, but there was like infinite space ahead of you and infinite space behind you that you could not see.
Okay. Due to I don't think I am the best at digging, I want to try and get closer to this thing by running on the surface towards whatever it is
Okay, all
to
right.
see if I can like catch up to it.
Because you still have that like ambient like radar active. I'm gonna say
Yeah.
go ahead and give me a. We're gonna see what happens with this. Go ahead and give me a quick. I'm gonna say intelligence check.
Intelligence. I'm so smart. Cocked.
Really smart.
13.
With a 13, certainly beating this the DC that I just rolled. You are able to notice that the turns and movements of whatever this thing is that's underground is it's repeatable patterns, and you realize that there's like some kind of like network around you that this thing is staying like within radius of you unseen, basically. But because it's a predictable pattern, if you want to make a quick, I will say either an acrobatics check. Yeah, I'll say it's an acrobatics check. You can have advantage because after like 3 or 4 loops of this thing moving around incredibly quickly, you're able to predict what turns it's going to take next to like best kind of like cut you off, basically.
Okay.
So go ahead and give me that with advantage. I'm going to make a dexterity saving throw for this thing.
Okay. And you said acrobatics?
Yes, acrobatics. The DC is going to be 20 for this.
I got a 13.
With a 13, as you're like pushing through the corn, trying to like follow after this thing, you are able to like almost catch up to it, and it then it takes a left turn and disappears back into the corn. You're not entirely sure where this thing has gone. Your ping is still active. It's staying in a radius around you, but this thing is so incredibly fast that you don't know if you'd be able to like run it down, basically.
Okay. So you said it's moving in a pattern. Does it seem like that pattern is like moving with me? Like, is it like, am I like kind of moving throughout its pattern?
What I will say, because that intelligence check was high enough, you're able to recognize this is a network of tunnels right beneath the cornfield, basically. And so this thing has like essentially a map memorized of this like underground tunnel network, and is like moving to like somehow like cut you, like stay in a radius around you, like be close to you, basically.
Okay.
And with that, I need another perception check from you.
Okay. I did think of something.
Okay.
Do I have my dear friend Petey the Possum?
You do have Petey the Possum still, absolutely.
Oh my god. I check on him. I give him a little snack.
Yeah? Oh.
I just want to make sure you're okay.
Oh yeah, I'm okay, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just a little guy. I wouldn't go anywhere.
Oh, well, I know this.
There's a lot of
You
corn
stay in
around
there. Stay
us.
safe in there.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of corn. I don't super know what's going on,
Give me 1
but
second.
I'm working on it.
Yo, not 20
Oh,
for
God.
Petey. We're in Maze
For
Maze.
That what?
He goes, we're in Maze Maze.
Maze?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's by Champ d'Or. I'm a
Oh
travel.
my god, that's so far away
I'm a
from
travel
where
possum.
I was. Yeah, that's crazy actually. That's very far away from where we found you.
I'm a traveling man.
Maze. Okay. And we were in Ville de Rêve.
Yes. You are roughly
Oh my god, that's so far.
300 to 400 miles away from where you were.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well,
How far?
354 to 400 miles.
fall. Well, thank you for that, Petey. I did not know. I'm not as traveled as you, it seems.
Yeah. In learning where you are, please. So I'm gonna say either a nature check or a history check.
History.
This is to kind of piece together some more information about where you are and what you might be up against here, and then we're gonna cut away.
I got a natural one. You asked me to make a perception check before.
Thank-
Can I try that?
Thank God for Petey.
Truly, I'm rolling dog water.
For a natural 1,
Dog water.
Yeah.
the wind blows again. And as the wind blows one more time, you suddenly become lighter once again. And I will say, to reveal what you have lost so far, you have now lost your Cloak of Flying.
No!
And you now have also lost both both Autumn and Thorn. Both of your weapons are now gone as well.
Taking all my good shit, man. I yell into the corn. I know you're taking my shit! Where are you?
With that, I will say one more nature check to see if you can figure this out.
Oh God.
And if this is a nat 1,
Don't worry, guys,
you're
I'm
getting stripped down to your
stupid.
small clothes. He's gonna-
Hey, yo.
You said what type of check
it's
is
going to be
it?
a nature check.
Nature.
Remember, you have a
I'm gonna-
coin.
I'm gonna flip my coin.
Okay.
Natural 20!
A
There
natural
you
20.
go.
You would know.
Thank
God
God.
damn.
Jesus.
Petey the Possum looks up to you. And besides that, he looks up at you as well. He looks up to you as a friend. And he says, Oh, this is kind of freaky, isn't it?
It really is. I'm freaked.
Oh, it's like, I mean, like, we're in the middle of a cornfield, and, I mean, all the small little critters that I know, I think you might be dealing with somebody bad.
Usually we are. That's the assumption when you get teleported halfway across the country against your will.
Yeah, we're far, but it's like, I mean, like, let's try to put it together here. Let's just put our brains together. So we're in the middle of a cornfield, like a lot of farmland, right?
Yeah.
And I think we're near where the, oh god, Renoirs are. I think that's what Chapter 4 is, yeah.
That sounds right to me.
Yeah.
Petey.
So, like, would you be aware, maybe someone's trying to fuck with you right now?
Well, I know that much because it started raining wine, which seems we learned that between us smells like wine all the time. So I imagine that he had something to do with it.
Yeah.
But that's kind of all I've got.
With a natural 20, as you're putting it together in your mind, Renoir, you think about Laura and Creta Roy. You think about Set Bow.
Yes.
All of their names are similar to like the actual. All of the Fey creature names are similar to like the human names. With the list of the Fey lords, you have not met anyone. You have not been to this castle. You've not been to this part of the country yet, maybe ever. But what I will say though is there a Fey lord whose name kind of sounds like Renoir? You might have to check your notes for this one.
I super duper do. I'm sure there is.
Get in your spaceship and fly like McMouse.
Why don't you get in your spaceship and fly like Mickey Mouse? I like
Mickey
Oh,
Mouse.
God. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Mickey Mouse.
Can someone list off... Here, I'll see if I can find the Fey Lords' names. Hold on. I'll save you the trouble here.
When would we have learned?
Somebody told you...
would this...
Somebody told you all of them. Hold on. Let me find
Was
this.
it Set
Somebody?
Bow? Was it when we were in the Feywild?
Coven...
Renoir family.
I will list off all the ones that you know, because I'll just say you guys would know all of these names by now. If I have not said that yet, that's crazy. Sherrietto Pavalacqua, Bowie Du, Set Bow, Rennie Y. Small, Laura and Creta Roy, Muna Vin, and Entre Nous.
You said Rennie Y. Small?
Rennie Y. Small, yes.
Like a little mouse.
And what you
Like
would
Mickey
know
Mouse.
is that Rennie is a rabbit folk.
I am going to do something sort of mean.
Okay.
In my travels, despite being not as well traveled as Petey the Possum, I've seen many different types of people. Especially when I was in the Arbor. Lots of cool different types of people there.
Yes.
In fact, once I saw a foxfolk with the features of a fox and like the tail and the red fur and the teeth.
Okay.
So I'm going to turn into a foxfolk. And I'm just going to kind of, I don't know, get ready.
It's gonna stalk
to be
around
scary.
a little bit.
And like try and ping my divine sense again and see if I can, like, at some point, like, burrow into the ground maybe and just be ready to, like, catch him.
As you begin to burrow,
powerful fey creature, but
you ping your divine sense, and you are able to feel that this creature is now approaching you slowly from behind. And with that, we're gonna cut away.
Okey-doke.
Cut
What
it,
the heck?
and over we go to Cherie. Cherie, you are in the ancient glade of Travel 2. You are currently caught in a web of silk strands, basically. To be more descriptive, your, like, chest and lower body are all kind of like spun into a cocoon of silk. Your sword is still on your body, your crossbow as well as like any other magical items you may have. But that is where you currently find yourself, restrained in a web of silk. What do you do?
Hands and feet bound.
Hands and feet bound. Like picture yourself like hands by your hips, feet together, spun into a cocoon. Your head is exposed. Your hair is dangling. To you, it's up, but you're basically dangling upside down.
But I'm in a cocoon.
Yes.
Okay. Can I try and muscle my way out of this?
Absolutely. Go ahead and give me a quick athletics check, DC 18.
Okie dokie. Let's try that again.
Okay.
I was
All
gonna
right.
say that's the sound of someone who rolled good.
Athletics, you say?
Yes.
Okay, that's better. That's a 21.
On the 21, how does Cherie burst out of this cocoon?
Her first thought is to ignite her flame and set the whole web on fire, but she doesn't know her surroundings, doesn't know if this catches, if anything else will catch, so she's just relying on raw strength at this point, and I think she's accessing her true vampire form to give her that extra strength of just calming herself and focusing on things one step at a time of how do I get out of here? Let me put all my energy into getting out of here. And I think she just punches a hand through the cocoon and then tears the rest with her claws to pull herself out.
And as you are able to pull yourself out, give me a quick dexterity saving throw as you drop probably maybe 10 feet down head first. DC's going to be 10.
Another nat 1.
Oh,
what
buddy.
the fuck is going on with us today?
Jesus.
You take 11 points of force damage as you slam. Cherie, thank God that you are currently in true vampire form. I think it might just be the sudden drop out of the cocoon because you've fallen away that would have broken your neck if you were not in true vampire form. As your head goes completely sideways, like ear to shoulder.
Crack it back.
As you put your head back into place.
That's my man.
Go ahead and you are able to hear something massive. Trees and nature moving as birds chirp, squirrels chitter, mice move around this forest as something enormous begins to approach you. What do you do?
Is it possible to get back in the web, but just hold on to it to pretend like I'm still in it?
No, you fully ripped yourself out.
Okay. Then I will, because it doesn't suit me to hide, because I'm not good at that. I will wait and face this creature head on. I'll keep my hand at my sword, but I won't draw it yet.
As you simply wait there, you are able to see, it almost looks like two enormous logs, like legs walking towards you. As you're just able to see foliage begin to overgrow, flowers begin to bloom around you, moss begins to grow, grass begins to get taller, as you are able to see the enormous moss become 7 feet tall.
Hello!
And you're able
Hello, Cherie!
You are able to see the root bearded old leshy face of Weep for the first time in almost 50 sessions. As Weep goes, Cherie. Your name, correct?
Yes, Weep, correct?
Yes. It's been a long time. And Wheat begins to shrink down from, he's like enormous, like 15 feet tall, shrinks down to be like closer to like 6 feet, like 5 feet tall, to walk up to you. As he walks up to you and he kneels in front of you, as he puts his hand to the dirt.
Chugga, chugga, chugga. I suppose it makes sense that you're here, as I am in the ancient glade.
Yes, could you move your feet? You disrupted the natural biome of the ants beneath you when you landed.
I apologize. Yes, of course. And I'll sidestep.
As he reforms like a small ant hill, like ant trail of like moving food from one place to another. As he goes, what brings you back to this forest? Go ahead and give me a quick survival check, if you will. And this is gonna be an advantage because it is assume that any nature survival is gonna be yes for Faith being undead.
Thank God. Survival 22.
22. Behind you're able to look up and you're able to see these like massive like webs of silk, basically. Like silkworms that are enormous are creating these insane tapestries of like white gray silk above you. And behind, so you're looking at Weep. Weep is in focus, and out of the corner of your eye, almost imperceptible, you are able to see something scutters above you within the trees within this silk web. As Weep goes, what has brought you back here?
It appears I've provoked a very powerful undead, and he's sent me here as punishment.
Punishment? The keeper of this forest.
I thought you were the keeper of this forest.
I am. I'm a keeper of all things natural, but there is one that sits above me in terms of titles and honor. He kind of looks around, looks up and down, and goes, Booey-doo. To be sentenced by him, perhaps?
No, how do you spell that? Buoy, like the things that float in the water?
B-U-O-Y, do. Just like grass do.
Yes and no. If you didn't know, my compatriots and I are working against Entre-Nous and his forces, and given the fact that he is a powerful lich, he's been spying on us and didn't take too kindly of our plans, so I imagine he sent us to the remainder of his forces to be dealt with.
Well, there will be no destructive combat within my forests.
No, there will not be, and I believe I owe you an apology for how I conducted myself when we first met.
You were taken aback by a great many things. You carry yourself softer now.
I do. But if this warden of the forest attempts to take my life, I will not go down easily.
Take your life not to continue the circle. He would not feast upon you. Perhaps he would feed you to the maggots and flies, but no, that would make no sense. I can sense your undeath stronger now than when we first met.
Much has changed. Leshy. Much has changed.
That indeed. Would you like to journey together? Perhaps the deer trails through here will help us find Buidu and prevent any kind of natural destruction.
I'm sure seeing us allied would dissuade any violence, but regardless, I would appreciate the company.
Let us travel together then. Please, follow me, and do watch where you step. He grows back to being 12, 15 feet tall and begins... Enormous log legs, like rooted feet, begin to carry his incredible leshy body through this forest as he goes off in search of Buidu. Please give me one more, I will say, survival or nature check with advantage. Fey Fiend Undead.
Can I climb up his branches to try to get a bird's eye view?
Oh, 1,000,000% yes. As you are able to begin, it's almost like Shadow of the Colossus, as he starts like making footholds for you to climb up, so that's easier. As you're like riding on the back of this Leshy as he takes you through the forest.
I do not trust my footwork.
That is fair. Men move closer to horses as they graze and destroy all that comes under their hoof.
That they do. You said survival or nature?
Yes.
13.
With a 13, you were able to kind of like see that like skittering that you saw before. And you're able to recognize that this skittering is not like some like multi-legged arachnid creature, but is instead a almost like the moving and contracting, not of a snake, but more like a worm. Okay?
Oh.
As Weep goes off to facilitate a meeting between you and Buidu, is there anything else you would like to do before we cut away?
Let me see. I already did that. No, I think I'm good for now.
Okay. Then with that, we are going to... Oh, also, by the way, Travaldu, the Ancient Glade, roughly maybe like 75 miles from Ville de Rêve, I believe. Is that distance correct? Let me check that real quick. Make sure... Everyone is looking at a map right now with a ruler, so I want to make sure I get it really correct. Yes. Problem is that you are currently being separated by a mountain range. You're about maybe like 70 to 100 miles away with a mountain in between you.
How many miles? Sorry.
About 70 to 100.
Okay.
And we are going to cut away once again as we come back to Hathor. Hathor, we find you underwater with these like colorful streaks of water all around you as you're being whirled inside of a current, as you are currently trapped within the River of Dreams. You have your broom on you, all magical items. Hathor, what do you do?
Am I needing to like swim to a surface so I don't drown?
You probably have like 30-45 seconds before you run out of air.
Okay, I take a second just to like really enjoy the view.
Okay. As you are more... It's less like you're swimming in this river and more like a part of its current in this way.
And I just close my eyes for a bit. And then I like get back into work.
And it kind of, as you close your eyes, as you like open them back up, you were able to see some kind of massive shadow appears like almost like on top of you in a way, like directly above you, like where the surface would be, an enormous like oblong like oval shadow basically.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm looking at what spells I have. No water breathing. Okay, cool. I want to swim upwards.
Go ahead. I'm gonna say go ahead and give me an acrobatics check, and I'm gonna say this can be with advantage because you are a pirate.
Yeah, they gave me swimming lessons early.
Yep.
Well, okay. Acrobatics, 14.
With 14, DC was 14 exactly. As you begin to, as you're able to swim through these like colorful strands, broom like still on your back, you are able to swim up and up and up towards this like long oval shadow, breaching maybe like 5-10 feet away from it as you emerge out, and you're able to see both the shoreline, maybe like 80 yards away from you to your south, but to your north, only like 10-15 feet away from you, you're able to see the hull of a massive pirate ship.
Do I recognize anything on it? Like, is it our friends, maybe Pucker Lips Pat and Brown Sally?
Top flag is a unicorn.
I'm swimming, baby.
You're able to hear as you hear like the clopping of horses, as you're able to hear the voice of the centaur with a golden horn, Jammin' Horn Gold, go, "What in the world?
Hey!
Yar! Hathor
I
down
take-
there.
I take out my broom and I fly up.
Get the rope ladder. Never mind, she's here. Stay that order, men." As you're able to see Jammin' Horn Gold, Brown Sally, and Pucker Lips Pat, as well as the remaining crew of the Horn Gold ship, rush over to say, "Hi, lads, it's good to see you again."
Hey,
You're
it's
welcome
so good to see you
A
guys.
pirating cabal is very happy to see you. As the rest of the crewmates get back to work, Jammin', Brown Sally, and Pucker Lips Pat all kind of like stay with you. As Jammin' goes, "It's been quite a long time, lass. I've not seen you in quite a many moons."
Yeah. What have you guys been up to?
"Well, we were at that business with the LaCroix and made out of there quite quickly. The seas and the wind were very kind to us as we then decided to pierce deep into the heart of the eastern section of Allatour. We came down this river, and now we can't get out.
Ah. Yeah.
Currents here make no sense."
I know, I was having that feeling too. I could maybe help you a little bit, but it would probably we'd have to get closer to.
Brown Sally comes up and goes, "No, we can get out. It's okay. But good to see you, Arthur. Pink and brown look good together."
They always do. They're
Indeed.
good colors.
"It is like sunset on mud." Pucker Lips Pat comes up and he has like a spyglass like to his eye and goes like, "Hi, Arthur.
Hi.
It's good to see you
How
again."
are you?
Well, I'm doing good. It was good to see all. It was good to see all you at the castle.
Yeah, it's really, I show I like pull up my shirt to show like where
God.
my horrible stab wound scar. Yeah, the Duchess is a bitch.
I got that impression, yeah.
Yeah, she's a drunk bitch who betrayed her husband like that.
I can only relate to half of that.
What part can did you betray your husband?
No, we drink a lot of rum on this ship.
Yeah, but you don't like turncoat on your people, you know?
No.
No.
Well, but like this place is really, really pretty. If you want to like take a look out like at the riverbanks, the place is weird. It does not look like the rest of the country. Oh, and also there's a dragon over there.
Oh.
In case you're curious. He takes out a lemon.
Yeah. So you just a minute of mouth sounds.
Jammin' comes up and is like, "Don't look at him while he's doing that. It makes him uncomfortable." "What I'll tell you now, Hathor, is
I'm not sure if it's relevant now, but there may be someone that's able to guide us out of this river. Not sure. She doesn't seem to be affected by the currents at all, and I would like to get out of here before that dragon— you have not seen the dragon yet— before that dragon on the hill eats the ship. As you use your looking eyes, I will describe to you where you are. Atop the main deck of Jammin's ship, you are able to see the lands known as Trou de Lapin in Allatour, also known as the Rabbit Hole. Here, as you look at this like riverbank around you, you are taken back to several weeks ago when you and Les Jollies were in the Feywild. You see the enormous trees and colorful brush and unbelievable flowers and mushrooms and insects. A small Fey forest is sprouting up around the River of Dreams, and somehow this river carrying Fey energy is causing this water to become magical. As you kind of like look down to the water itself, you can see that these currents that you like felt when you were underwater are all from like whirling pools of water and waterfalls that defy gravity and defy physics, and currents that like slam into each other in a way that does not make any kind of like topographical sense, basically. It's like this water is dancing in harmony before leaving in hopes of finding other partners. It is a beautiful thing that doesn't make sense, that is desperately trying to exist in a world that wants this water to conform to tired, old, boring rules. And this pirate ship, again, it's maybe like 200 yards away from from the shoreline, looking to your north, and you're able to see a figure sitting 200 yards away. And this figure that you can see sitting in the water is a larger, heavier figure that you'd be able to recognize as a Loxodon. About 5'6", 400 pounds, staring off away from you towards what looks like the rubble of an old castle built into the side of a mountain. And flying around, moving, swirling, resting on this pile of rubble, you are able to see a great ancient red dragon.
Hey.
And this—
I can't write that fast. Hold on.
You're all good. And this castle, like maybe 30 miles away from you, and you're able to notice this enormous draconic figure, like flying, moving, fire breath before landing back at the rubble and resting.
Okay. Do we know who that is? I point to the Loxodon.
Jammin takes the spyglass and goes, I can't say I do, but I can say it doesn't look like she has anything good for stealing.
So that must mean she has excellent conversation.
Duh. Her and I get along.
Well, if we're gonna make it out of here, we're gonna make it out together. And I hold out my hand to do a clasp.
They all clasp
Grip forearms.
All grip forearms with you, as you were able to see this great Loxodon figure sitting off to your north. What do you do?
I tie up my hair into a ponytail. I shake out the water from my clothes, and I fly over.
As you are able to fly over 200 yards, you dry off so incredibly fast, and I will describe to you what this figure looks like when we get back to you. Sound good?
Yeah!
All right. Then with that, we're going to pop back on over to Wax and Darby, currently being stalked by some kind of rabbit folk in a field of corn, never ending. With that, Wax, what do you do as you're kind of like perched and getting ready as this figure is approaching from behind you?
Okay. I am like waiting to turn around until the very last second in the hopes of maintaining some surprise. And when they're getting close to me, I want to like jump and turn and try and like reach my hands into the ground. By the face you're making, I'm wondering if this is a bad idea.
No, I'm not saying no. That was just me covering my face very quickly.
I'm trying to put my hands in the
sitting position or standing position for me. Okay.
You looked concerned. I'm going to try and reach into the ground and see if I can grab. And I look like a scary fox.
You cut out.
Scary is maybe a stretch. I look like a fox.
You cut out really quick, so you just are like, I'm gonna grab, and then you just.
Can I grab? Can I grab?
So describe to me what it looks like as this like scary fox. As you turn around, you leap. What does it look like as you go to the ground?
It almost like, you know, the pictures of like the Arctic foxes when they like jump up and like dive down into the snow to try and get something. It's like that, but I'm a fox shaped like a person.
As you're a fox shaped like a person, you and you were able to burrow like your hands into the dirt specifically, right?
Yes.
With your hands into the dirt specifically, you reach down, you try to grab, you're able to feel your hands go through dirt, through roots, into the ground, able to feel a pocket underneath you as you attempt to grab, as there is nothing in the tunnel behind you. As you look down, your hands submerged in dirt, as you are then able to feel a flick on your forehead, as you're able to see a very small rabbit folk standing directly in front of you, gnawing on a carrot. As your hands are now submerged in the earth.
You.
Yeah.
You're taking my shit, I imagine.
A little bit, yeah. And you're able to see that this like very small rabbit. I'll describe to you what he looks like really quickly. Where the fuck? Yeah. So you're able to see. Go ahead and give me a nature check. As I described this first section, he's only 2.5 feet tall, incredibly small. With one ear not having like sturdy cartilage to keep it upright, causing it to flop like down to the back, like really any direction, basically. And what's that nature check?
7.
7? Okay. As you are able to... Give me that with advantage, because you're fey.
16.
What was it, 16?
18.
18? Because we're going like a fey area now. His name is Remy Y. Small. And I believe Kate put it in the chat. It's almost like a question. Remy Y. Small. To ask that question, as you're looking at this rabbit folk, why would an animal be the smallest of like a litter, basically? What would you call that animal?
The runt.
The runt, yes. Grayish brown fur covering his body, with his mouth and nose being like an undeniably cute rabbit snout with whiskers and plump cheeks and a little mouth at the front. His garb makes him look more like a farmer than a warrior. But then you realize that this like apparel that he's wearing is built for speed and stealth. It is armor made out of like thatched straw and light leather, with the smallest pair of dirty overalls you've ever seen. He has like a straw farmer's hat hanging by like a thread around his neck, and he has like a small scythe like on his like back, and like a sharpened garden hoe like on his side. As you're able to see that behind, across his belly, almost like it's a weightlifting belt, you're able to see your main weapon belt cinched all the way shut with your dagger and your rapier. They're in the dirt behind him because they're too big for him to wear on his body. And also, coming off of him like an enormous cape that stretches all the way out, you're able to see your cloak of flying around his neck as he stands there nibbling on a carrot.
I greatly respect thievery and chaos making as an art. Clearly, you did a very good job. May I please have my things back?
Nah, that's quite the question there. And I'm inclined to say no, because I gotta kills you.
Oh, you do?
Just a little bit.
Well, why?
Well, the order came down from on high, you see.
Oh, from between us?
From between us, yeah. He wanted us to handle you on our turf, you know.
Okay. Get y'all separated.
Well, why? Yes.
Separated?
I did notice that. We're separated. Yeah, separated.
You're laughing a lot for a dead man.
Well, not dead yet. And we're having a very nice conversation thus far, so I'm having a nice time.
And unbeknownst to you, you're speaking your last words.
I'm sure. Well, but why does Between Us want us dead?
Between us, and you're able to give me a perception check very quickly.
Sheption.
Why I oughta?
What's up, Doc?
Oh my
That's
god,
going to be a
these bugs.
DC 20.
DC 20?
Yes.
That for the perception?
Yes.
Oh, I rolled a 13.
You rolled a 13? I got it.
Yeah.
So I couldn't hear you say that. My apologies. We were too
All
busy
good,
making
all
Looney
good.
Tunes jokes that are
Going
100% warranted.
bitchy.
Well, you see, what was happening there is you were causing a lot of problems, see, for Between Us, Entree No. And he had a couple, he was talking to the rest of us wise guys, non-traitorous types, and you're able to watch as this, like, small little rabbit folk begins, like, begins kind of like walking like into the corn, and as he walks behind corn stalks where he should appear on the other side, he just disappears. As this rabbit is adept at stealth more than anything else, as he disappears into the nature around you, as he keeps talking to you, as he goes.
I try and follow the sound of his voice.
Try to follow it. You try to follow the sound as like he's talking. You're like jumping behind, like pulling corn out of the way, and like trying to follow him. And he's like, it's like impossible to find this dude as he's having this conversation with you. As he goes. Now I'm not really one for the combats, but you know, we thought maybe I could disarmament you and find some kind of way to make you worse at what you do. Yeah, but I could always
well,
do
you
a little
did.
bit of killing there.
That you what now? Who?
I could do a little bit of killing here and there once you're disarmamented, once you feel defeated.
Yeah. Oh, well, you did disarmament me, but I don't see why we have to resort to killing. We're talking just fine. We can be civil about this.
And be some kind of snake in the grass? I don't think so.
Well, I guess more than anything else, I'm just curious and confused. I don't really know what you get out of this.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check very quickly.
21.
With a 21, you reach behind another clump of corn. You go, and he's just not there. As you're like trying to find him. As he keeps chatting with you, as he goes, well, I guess a little conversation ain't gonna be no kind of problem then.
Yeah.
What kind of story you want to hear then? What kind of conversation we looking to have?
Gosh, I don't know. More than anything else, we've just been trying to piece together what happened all those years ago. We know that you all were betrayed pretty badly, and I can't imagine that feels good, but I don't know. We just wanted to figure out where you were coming from. So maybe we could all have a talk about it.
This very kind of like, you can get a sense of like, it's like cocky, kind of like fey, like trickstery persona goes quiet as you mention that. Quiet for like maybe 10 seconds or so as you're able to hear. That was a bad time.
Yeah.
Betrayed is the most kind way you could say about it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's kind of all we know.
You know, I mean, you want to ask why I gotta kill you? Because between us and the rest of them's, well, not even the rest of them now, half of them's, well, half of them's gotta go and twist the knives in our backs. But between us, the only guy's looking out for me.
Well, Laura and Creta, more than anything else, they just wanted to get married.
That they did. Beautiful brides to be. But then they started chatting with you guys instead of doing what they were supposed to.
I'm obsessed with this man. I'm so pissed we did not have a whole arc with him. God.
Well,
Damn it.
well, we worked things out with Laura and Krita because we figured out that we wanted the same thing. So I can't imagine that in the end our goals are that much different. We wanted to wake the dragon.
Appearing behind you now, you can like hear your like you feel your weapons kind of like clang together as he appears behind you. He points his like half-eaten carrot at you and goes, "Oh yes,
Yeah. Well, that particular one, at least.
Kosher's awake."
Yeah. I met him. Very nice dragon.
Yeah, he was always kind of a nice guy.
Yeah.
Voice of temperance, it really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter now because you know what? It's even me who's talking to you now. That could mean that I'm nothing more than a backstabbing little runt. And I know how much it stings to be hurt by the people that you love the most. I've done enough betraying for my lifetime.
I get that. I get wanting to be different than you've been. More than you might think.
What you mean by that?
Oh, well, I don't know if you can tell. I'm gonna drop the fox folk form and go back to my changeling wax form. Well, I take a lot of different shapes. And I did not always use that the most honorably. In fact, for most of my life, I used it to cause as much trouble as I could. But recently I made some friends that have made me start to approach things a little bit differently.
Insight check with advantage. As a core component of this session is about to be revealed.
Insight?
Insight with advantage.
17.
With what you just said, not using your skills or your powers responsibly, causing pain and facing consequences because of that. Those words deeply resonate with Remy. Deeply. As he looks into your eyes and said, "Yeah, it's about the same for me.
Yeah?
Only problems is I just haven't betrayed enough, you see. Didn't betray the right people. If I can just dig myself in this hole a little bit deeper, maybe I can find a tunnel."
I get that.
As with that insight, with advantage, as you're looking at Remy, you are able to see this runt of his litter. You're able to see remorse for actions that he's taken in his past. And you're able to get this sense of, like, almost deep betrayal. Like he was punished in some way for his trickery, for something. And although 2.5 feet tall, although a rabbit dressed like a farmer, gnawing on a carrot, it's as if a mirror is held up to you in this way. As if you're looking at yourself from 55 sessions ago.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa! That's crazy!
He is here to kill you. And perhaps this will result in combat. But with all of the experience that you have had, can you bring him over to your side with one conversation?
Holy shit.
And with that, we're going to quickly cut away.
Ah!
Back over to Cherie.
Mm-hmm.
Stomping through the ancient glade, Weep suddenly comes to a stop as you are on some kind of like general grazing ground where deer would convene and sleep and rest and birth and possibly die before the cycles continue before they move on. And as he stops in this wide field, he goes, He looks back to you. His head fully just like his face disappears and it grows on the back of his head. Again, he's like more like a nature spirit as he goes, "Would you like me to summon Buidu, call him here, or would you like to do that honor?"
Do you have that sort of power? I thought he was above you.
I was just going to call his name and see if he would come.
Ah. No, I can handle that much. I think he's figured out by now that I've broken from his web.
Then after you.
I'll climb down, weep. And then I'll walk a little bit ahead of him and call. So if you wish to discuss, I'd like to have my limbs free.
Pretending that you are still in a cocoon.
Sure.
Wait, what did you... I want to have my limbs freed.
Just letting you know that I'm out.
Oh, I wanted to let you know that I have my limbs... Wait, what did you say? I might have fully misheard. Okay, my bad.
I'll say something else.
No, I misheard you. I apologize.
Lord Do, I'd like to have a discussion where I'm able to face upright.
You call out, your voice echoing in the trees, as this call from you disappears into the shadows of these enormous pines around you. And after a minute, you're able to see in these silky webs above you, and slithering down one of these trees, making almost like a web of silk, a strand that he's able to use to descend himself down. You're able to see Buidu. Immediately you get the impression that he is a serious man, a stern man, but a watchful eye and a fierce protector. Where is his description?
What do you
mean? Her name just... Come on, GPT, don't fail me now. No, I'm just fucking with you. No, could you imagine?
You've been running this whole thing with ChatGPT.
Dead to us immediately.
My Opera GX tab is just 30 tabs of ChatGPT.
You're the one who's using all the drinking water. You're the
It's
one.
you.
It was you.
Kate, you're able to see, Shuri, you're able to see a silkworm annelid ranger. You would know what an annelid is. I don't think anybody here would. It is a custom playable race in D&D, which I will describe now. His body is in two distinct sections, kind of like a centaur. The humanoid half and the insectoid half. For the insectoid half, you see the body of a silkworm, a long torso extending out by almost 6 feet below his waist that never concludes with legs, a pale white subtle fuzz and brown rings wrapping around the circumference every foot or so. With a contracting, almost wave-like motion, this body is able to propel itself across the ground, up trees, and across webs of silk. For the torso, it appears to be a man. It looks like bone armor, a natural plating produced by his species. His torso is pinched, forming into his abs before jutting out to form a V-shaped chest of thin, sinewy muscle. He's
got that slutty waist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he's snatched as fuck. His arms are long and wiry with fingers that remind you of, spider's legs. And his head is distinctly unhuman, attached to a neck much too thick and muscular, and with like a naturally pointed insectoid like skull with reflective green eyes. All in all, Buidu is 10 feet long, a white silkworm body accented with brown rings, a thinly muscular torso with white bug bloating, with like white bug armor, with like green eyes cutting through the lack of color. You're able to see an ancient fey crossbow across his back, along with a long spear, which looks like it's used for like boar hunting in some way. You can also see he's like a silk woven, like hand woven pouch that he keeps like ranger supplies in. And finally, you're able to see on this like arachnoid head. Give me a quick medicine check. This is a long description. I apologize.
All good.
How do you spell his name again?
Buoy space Dew, Dew.
Got it.
Medicine?
Yes.
9.
It's Fate Fiend Undead. I was like, you can do it with advantage.
Oh, thank you. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah!
As this like silkworm annelid like approaches you, he approaches you wordlessly. Because as he comes up to be in front of you, you notice at like the section where like his face plating would separate to become like small mandibles, maybe like multiple tongues to like suck on like sugar water or like eat different kind of like leafy greens basically. You're able to notice that there are no slits within his like natural carapace, as there is scar tissue like where these protrusions would come from, like they've been burned and welded shut. He looks
And
at you.
That's on his mandibles?
It's like at like basically like where. So basically, picture it like this: if your mouth was on your chin, like this is where his mouth would be, and there's like a burn mark here, like fusing it shut. Basically, make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
I'll get a picture up to show you what this dude kind of looks like.
I took a screenshot and set it in the world background, but it might be different. than
That's
the one you
super
said.
useful. Let me check. That is exactly what he looks like. Yes, Moss. Thank you.
We found the Reddit post,
Yep.
Drew.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
He looks to you. He looks at you silently.
You cannot speak. If I reopened your scar, could you speak?
He like slithers a bit, kind of like his body like moving behind him, almost like a constant state of motion as he goes.
Is that a yes or a no? All right. Well, I do not mean you harm. Especially not in this glade. But then how are we to have a conversation if you cannot speak?
Weep behind you. You're able to feel kind of like roots grow on your shoulders as he shrinks down to be like similar in size to the two of you and says, Weep and I'm Weep, Bowie, Lord Dew, and we are able to conversate. I have learned his story up until this point. If you would like to hear it, perhaps it would give you insight as to how things can progress. Looks to both of you non-violently.
How are you able to converse with him?
A fey creature, so closely connected to the ecosystem of this land. I can hear his voice in my mind as we speak, as I can hear the intentions and instincts of all living things within this glade.
I understand. I would like to hear it. Lord Do you permit the Leshy to tell your tale, or do you wish to kill me?
Give me an insight check.
Sure. $11.
With his eye movements, with the way his head scans you up and down, you see a little bit of like reservation come from Bowie. Almost like you're not the person he was expecting.
Hmm. Were you expecting someone older?
He tries to communicate with you, and he goes,
A fighter. Ah. If you wish me harm, I can show you the fighter. Then I am the one you are supposed to be speaking with.
Bowie looks to Weep, signals him over, as Weep quickly says, Bowie was, and still is, a ranger of the ancient glade, protecting all creatures and travelers who entered the glade, earning my respect and my family's. However, by his own admission, he only saw himself as part of the Great Circle, and not as a creature living within it. He valued his safety very little, for he believed that the lives of all those around him carried more value than his own. He never believed he had true friends. In some ways, missing the forest for the trees, and what may be lurking behind them at any given moment. For the poisoning, the betrayal at the castle with no name, he was the first to recognize something was wrong, attempting to craft an antidote on the fly, using the natural remedies, the knowledge that he had patrolling these grand forests. He tried on himself first, not out of selfishness, but out of worry that if it harmed anyone, it should have harmed him. Bowie was not killed by the poison, but rather the antidote as it burned its way through his mouth and through his throat and through his stomach. Bowie believes himself to be a failure, that his honor was lost upon the death of his duty and the death of those that he swore to protect. But Bowie tries to conduct himself in a way that is honorable. There is more, but for now, what do you think?
I am very sorry that your efforts failed. I understand what it's like to consider oneself a failure. But I'm sure that perhaps not the company. Well, I believe you do have a good deal of friends, and I don't think they would blame you for what you did. I think they would only wish that you had trusted them and asked them for help in that moment.
Bowie takes a moment to think on this. As his eyes kind of squint as you speak to this failed ranger sworn to protect. As we're going to quickly cut away.
Mm-hmm.
Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. And before we take a break, Hathor. You begin flying over to this Loxodon in the river. Sound good?
Yeah. I flip, so I'm flying by the crook of my knees, like I'm upside down on my broom.
Okay.
And I want to just slowly lower in front of her, like upside down, and be like, hello!
A crazy, crazy thing to do that I love. Very in Hathor's character. What you were able to
I'm far enough away that she can't, like, punch me reactively.
I will give you, so I'll give you her reaction as soon as I give you her description. Sound good?
Okay, yeah.
So you're able to see she's about 5'6", with beautifully carved tusks and like thick, leathery, wrinkled gray skin. As you see, Munavin for the first time. She wears a simple white cloak accented with a thick leather belt that has a silver buckle, enormous, covering her stomach in the center. The white cloak is accented with green ribbons at the sleeves and the neck holes. She wears a flower crown of fey, wildlife and foliage atop her head. You're able to see she sits in this river of dreams. As the like blue and purple and orange streaks within the water dampen her dress, hydrate her skin, and burn her, as she is a vampire sitting in running water. Yet she has no reaction to this pain, as you're able to come and see her enormous Loxodon-like face, huge ears, long trunk, and you can see that she is just weeping out of both of her eyes. She looks to the castle with no name in the distance, the pile of rubble that it's become, and she cries as that red dragon that you saw flies high above before coming to rest in the rubble from time to time. And you see this woman in distress, and you are hanging upside down and are slowly lowering into her frame of vision. As
She sees the pink hair first.
as she's just crying in this river. As she sees the pink hair, she goes, I concede.
I'm not here to hurt you.
I don't want to hurt you.
Then we are of one mind. Excellent. What is your name? I am Hathor.
It's Muna.
Muna? Is that dragon your friend?
In a way. That's Rosalith.
Rosalith?
Mm-hmm. Is this the part where so you're not going to fight me?
No.
Then what do we do?
We talk. And we figure it out.
Okay.
Is it okay if we step out of the water? It's burning you.
She like splashes like in like a very thick, heavy like Loxodon like hand like into the water, can like swirls it and goes. I deserve it.
You deserve it. What? Did you blow up a continent?
Just a castle.
The castle? I think we've all blown up a castle from time to time. Was the castle very important?
That was my home.
It was your home? Can I let you in on a little secret?
Hmm.
The great thing about homes is we can make as many as we want. See, my home is with another vampire like you. I love her a great deal. Where she goes, I go.
That's very sweet of. It's very nice.
Mm-hmm.
And you're able to watch as Muna kind of changes a bit. What emotion is Hathor feeling as you begin to speak on this person that wherever she goes, you go?
Hathor has reached a point in her journey. I don't think grace is ever the first thought we have, but if we practice it enough, it can be the second one.
Okay.
And so, Hathor has learned and practiced grace so much that she is full of it in this moment.
Grace.
And as she talks about her home, the people she loves, it is this. Hathor has always kind of been a very flighty kind of person. Like, when she was little, her mother was always, like, telling her not to run because she'd hurt herself. And over the course of these months, she's really found a grounding within herself. And so Hathor feels rock steady right now.
As you feel this intense grace, as you are speaking with Muna, again hanging upside down in front of her, in her field of view, she looks to you and she feels the water again with her hand, and she looks and she sees the foliage swaying in the breeze and can even see the beauty in Rosalith, the red dragon, swirling in the sky, the clouds moving to accommodate. As she says, I guess it all just flows together very well. It all connects.
Did you make this place magical? Did you make the water dance?
No, that's I could, but I think this is it's a parting gift, or a cry from help from a friend who was lost long ago.
I turn right side up.
Turn right side up.
And I hold out my hand to her and I say, well, now that we have exchanged names, we cannot be anything but friends. And I hate to see friends in pain.
She looks up at you and says, As long as we can move gracefully, that would feel right now. As she puts her hand in yours, as she water again just kind of like dumps off of her this enormous Loxodon figure, as you're able to recognize Hathor, that this woman is an empath through and through. The emotions which you feel will slowly imprint upon her.
Hathor makes a mental note. We gotta teach this lady how to set boundaries for herself and her own mental health.
She does not have ankles. As she slowly emerges out of the water.
You said this so much during the one shot with
did.
your boy.
Yeah, they have the same last name too. So.
What?
As she exits the water, you're able to see like the kind of like boiling like welts on her legs and like through her like sheer white cloak onto her stomach, as like she hides beneath like the shadows of a nearby like enormous like fey fern, as she looks to you and says, I don't think I have many friends anymore. After what I did, it was hard to show my face to them.
And was what you did blowing up that castle?
No, they wanted that. It was that I ran. It was so long ago, but when Bowie realized that something was wrong, I got so scared. I couldn't see that pain, and so I just ran, and I must not have gotten that far, but I just remember just the long hallway, and then it just all went black.
You were scared.
She like the fern shakes as she sits down, her like little Loxodon legs extended, no ankles, as she looks to you and says, I was so scared.
It's normal to be scared. You saw your friend in pain?
I saw all of them in pain, and I guess I just thought I could outrun death, and I'm not gonna try to run away from the pain anymore.
Did you bring this death upon your friends?
But with druidic magic, maybe I could have slowed their hearts or their stomachs, or could have crafted something for Bowie to help, or I could have at least calmed Remy down as he just cowered there. I did nothing.
So you believe that you should have seen the future and stopped all the pain from coming right away, and you believe you should have saved them all because that is what you must be.
Muna in this moment, she pounds her fist into the ground, and the enormous like ferns, like tree-sized fern above you kind of, and it kind of like, it almost like wilts in a way, as she goes, no, it wasn't about the future. Just that when it counted, I was a coward, and I left behind everyone that I loved.
Okay.
I thought I could run away from it.
And if you had successfully run away from it, what would you have done?
Come back as a person that wasn't scared. That wasn't scared of seeing the people that I love in pain.
You know, who we are and who we want to be, they're not defined in those big split-second moments. Sure, that's when it becomes most clear to us, but that isn't what makes us. We're made in the little things, in the soft, little, gentle steps we take. And so if you are in a place where you do not feel like you are who you wish to be, it's not the big leaps that are going to get you where you want to go. And oftentimes, even when we do... Raid! Oftentimes... Oftentimes, even when we don't know who we are, we will know who we are not. And Muna is not a coward. Muna does not want to be a coward.
She looks at you again, her tears still running down her face as she looks up and says, I could feel that you have no fear in your heart. You have no worry about me sitting here. How are you so fearless?
I am scared all the time. But courage is not the absence of fear. It is the choices we make in spite of it. We live and we do it scared. And we do it together.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
I have felt very hard to love lately. And I feel like you maybe understand that. And in the end, whether or not we are lovable, that is a choice only we can make. And whether or not you are ready to stand up and start making the journey to see your friends and face them and apologize for what you've done and promise to do better, that is only something you can decide. But every journey begins with the smallest step. And sometimes that step is not letting ourselves be completely obliterated by shame and guilt.
You can see she gets mad in this moment as she says, I can't believe you wanted me to fight you.
I'm pretty cool.
You are pretty cool. But before that journey begins, of those little moments to stray from the path of self-pity or destruction of one's self-image, can we sit here a while?
Nothing would please me more.
The fern begins to bloom once again above you. As
I would like to cast Cure Wounds and do the same thing I did with F on her wounds from the river.
No check necessary, as Cure Wounds upon her all of the boils and burns from the running water across her midsection and legs are healed.
And I'm holding her hand, and I say, as I do it, I say, I do think it is time you stop flagellating yourself.
She nods.
We cannot grow without sunlight. And we cannot grow, and a plant cannot grow if we do not allow it to thrive.
She nods, and as we kind of pull back from this scene, you two beneath this enormous fey fern, only maybe 10 yards away, this impossibly currented fey material plane river, as a red dragon swirls around and lands in the ruins of a castle 30 miles away, as the mountain ranges are all around you, the sea only a short distance to your east. In this moment, none of that matters, as this Loxodon Hathor becomes your world for this small time that you are connecting. And with that, we're taking a very quick break. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all having a good time so far.
Oh, yeah.
I had therapy today. I was getting ready for this session.
This could not have been, that's the perfect time to do the therapy. When I thought, okay, because can I peel back first of all, Boof and Blunts with the raid, Rivers Cuomo, crazy name, no hoiky splinky, everybody's straight.
Rivers caught me Hoinky splinky, my legs were a pretzel.
Fuck
I just done a hoinky splinky myself.
Rivers Cuomo, you are saving knees one redemption at a time. Thank you. As we're gonna stretch it out real quick. Oh god. But so can I be straight with you guys real quick?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
my first draft of these characters and kind of how this was going to all, and so if you can't tell, a mob arc where you go and chat with a warlock patron, that would add a lot of time to a game where this feels pretty conclusive. This feels
Perhaps.
knowing that this was the next session I had planned, you guys being like, fuck it, Shadowfell, anything you guys want. And
you had to
Deus
Deus Ex Machina. You had to be like, stop it.
Because I never want to assume. I want to assume that you guys are gonna like the things that I create. But this specifically, to hold a mirror up to how far your characters have come. That is because I'll speak more about it at the end because the conversations definitely aren't done. But I was like, that is so much better. A final challenge, like a final hurdle before the ending. That is so much better than just killing randomly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would feel, because my original draft for how this final arc was gonna go is and this is very early on, at least a couple months ago, and I was like, they have to get to the castle, and so each section getting there, they'll have to kill a Fey Lord, and I'm like, wait a minute. That is completely the opposite of everything this game has been about, and also would be boring as shit if we just did 4 combat sessions like a gauntlet and had you guys just be like, friends and loved ones is how you can conquer all, except for now where we're gonna murder through every single person we find.
And what a great way to show off the Fey Lords that we couldn't get to.
Yes, absolutely. That was another thing where I was because I was thinking about this because I was talking to Kate about it, and I was like, oh, all of the ones you guys haven't seen are you guys if you never met, and that just worked out like that. That was just, and we'll get into more about why I made those connections later to make sure that I read you guys properly. But for right now, I need to pee, so we're gonna take a very quick break. Quick 5 minutes.
Can I just say,
what's up?
Of course, Hathor's gonna have the smoothest time with holding up a mirror to herself versus these two fucking. I work in the shadows. I live alone. I'm over here
fine.
you're
We're doing very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All things
We're very
considered.
self-aware.
And I do,
Exactly.
and like
And who do you have to thank for that?
each
Yourselves.
other, everybody. And but with that, I'm gonna dive deep into like what I truly like, where I made these connections, make sure that I read you guys right. But for right now, 5-minute break. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Everybody, thank you for coming. We appreciate it, and we will.
Woo. Stick
No
around.
splinky. Pop your hips. Get some water. Get a snack. Get a blankie. Get comfy. We'll be back in 5 minutes. Peace out, guys. Catch you soon.
Woo!
Yeah.
And we are back. Okay. Locking back in very quickly. We are going to cut back to the middle of May's maze. As Wax and Remy Y. Small continue to speak. Wax, what do you have to say to Remy? As this 2.5 foot tall rabbit folk, one ear, no cartilage, big like farmer's straw hat, like around his neck with like a wire, like some rope. What do you say to him?
So, you said that you betrayed the wrong people?
Yeah, sure. It's a touchy subject.
I'm sure.
I love him. Daddy, I love him.
Hmm. Are they the other Fey Lords? I get that it's touchy. I just want to understand.
No, he's it's more the you might have heard of them. It's the people of Pointe de Pilar. As in some ways is they're my descendants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my skills are not too dissimilar from yours. Thieving, deceiving, statecraft, and the like. A lot easier for changelings, though.
At times, yeah.
I
For
yeah.
for a long time, I was very, very bitter. Because I had done something unkind. And as punishment for it, I couldn't access this form, my true form. And I made it my life's mission to turn that curse on its head and use it to cause as much chaos and dishonor as I could. And I did for a while. And I was really good at it. And then I met these people. And yours means to an end at first. But eventually I knew them better and better. And I had been lying and lying and lying to them. And eventually, when they did find out the truth, all that I wanted was for them to be furious with me. I wanted them to throw me out and never forgive me for it. Because it would have been easier. I wouldn't have needed to change. But instead, they were kind when I had been dishonest. And I had to actually start to make a change. To be true and try and become someone that they were proud to know.
Remy looks at you and goes, again, still your cloak of flying, your dagger, your sword, as he's just kind of like standing there looking up at you. You tower above him. You got it. You got it easier than me's.
Well, it's easy to say that. I'm on the other side now. Not long ago at all, I was exactly where you are. And I didn't see any way out. I was going to... I shift real quick into the Honorable Viscount Cassiano Alwyn Pavel with the sharp features and the red hair. I was going to be the man I was impersonating forever. I was just going to live the lie until the lie swallowed me up. And I turned back to myself again.
I guess I got a second chance at all of it. Came back from cowering in a dark corner. Didn't know what to do when I realized what was happening, and I just got so small. Like I could hide from death itself. But when I came back, because I thought I could solve my problems by being crueler. People were they was bitter towards me, like you said. But
So sorry, 1 second.
you're all good, no problem. He eats 3 carrots in this time.
I am obsessed with this man.
It's a little dude.
I
Where's he
need
getting
this
these
man.
carrots?
I'm all good.
You're all good, no problem.
I need this man to like be a recurring character in every campaign we ever do from this point onwards.
Oh, you're being a wise guy, ain't ya?
I'm all good now.
and if you went to a doctor and he wanted to know what was going on with the doctor, what would he say?
What's up, Doc?
What's up, doc? Locking back in, he goes, I didn't know who was going to say anything. But he goes, guess I'm just not sure who I got to turn to now. Between us, Bowie Doo and Moonavin, only people haven't stabbed me in the back. And look, I likes you. You're a nice conversationalist. But what kind of man you think I'd be if I turned against my only friends once again?
Well, I'm not asking you to turn against them. I just think that there's another path we can take here. Because what is it that Between Us really wants? Just to take back what was theirs, to to live on the material plane again?
Far as I can tell. My reading of it all, he got bested. He thought he was the best at something, he thought he won, but he got outfoxed.
Been there.
Yeah.
Because I get that pain, I get that humiliation. But the people who all remain now are hundreds of years removed from everything that happened. I'm not saying that you all don't deserve a place here. You were wronged, but maybe there's a way forward that's not one side decimating the other. Because we don't want any of you dead. We were just trying to protect those that were under fire.
He nods. He understands. And he confides in you. As he says, "You wanna know something?
Yeah.
I couldn't get the dragons awakes.
Oh, yeah?
I couldn't do it. Nah.
You need a stone, right?
Oh, I got that." Pulls out the yellow diamond from underneath his overalls.
Well, what's
It's
the
like
problem?
it's like the size of his torso, by the way. It's
Ah.
and he goes,
It's a ritual.
Yeah.
Different one for each one of the dragons, I assume.
I think so, yes.
Yeah. Mine's is it's a relay.
Oh. How many people do you need?
Thought I could do this myself, but no matter how fast I ran, couldn't get it done. Clock always ran out. And I didn't trust nobodies to not do me like I do them.
That's how I operated for a really long time. And it's pretty lonely. Do you think you could do it with 2 people?
Careful, don't blow up a castle.
I'm not gonna blow it up,
Needs,
but
no, we'd need more than that. More than
Yeah.
the 2 of us. Plus, when there's a resolution to things here, where we're both getting sent somewheres.
sent where?
I'll do a quick Arcana check.
Shadow realm.
I got no idea. But all I know is that between us wanted me to have the home turfs, and afterwards I was going somewhere else.
Well, the goal of my friends and I was to speak with Between Us. And it seems like that might be next on your to-do list as well.
I think we'll get closer, yeah.
Though we are now many hundreds of miles away.
He looks and says, he kind of looks like a little bit like bashful. His ear kind of like flops in front of his face as he goes, "You think Thinks you could just trust me for a second?
Yeah. You know, it'd be a real pity if we'd have had to kill each other. I like you.
I kind of like you too.
He kind of gets like a little like, bashful.
Yeah.
And he goes,
Ah!
I think
Is this
a,
cute aggression?
I think this might work. Yeah, grab my hand.
All right.
Grab his so tiny paws, so little as he goes, I can shade. And as he says, I can shade, holding onto your hand, Wax, you and Remy are teleported somewhere, which we will get to next session.
What?
I like to not know where I am.
What?
And with that, we're gonna cut away. Sound good?
Yeah.
Cutting back over to Cherie and Bowie Doo speaking. Cherie, what would you like to say?
I'll look at Weep. You said there was more to his story?
Yes. Yes.
You're able to see Bowie Doo in this moment. He has like a more like relaxed kind of stance. He doesn't look as like on guard. His armor kind of like separates a bit, showing how he's like not so tense.
Nice.
Bowie, if I may.
He thought that awakening Kezig would rectify things. The ceremony of which was to be a tournament held in Travaldu. Through weaving, through hunting, through stealth. But as he admitted to me, he lacked the ability to communicate that none of this would be lethal. The quarter giants of Travaldu, the Dubois, could only see him as an enemy and would never engage in the tournament with him. Regrettably, he has been forced to wander the glade, protecting it, but hoping to come across a challenger not scared by his appearance, by his inability to communicate. He fears that people will see him as a monster to be slain. Bowie looks and goes, and just kind of looks at you, Cherie.
I am not afraid. I accept your challenge, if that is what you wish.
You ever see like a look of like almost joy comes across his like eyes as he hears you say that, as he goes, and he signs you thank you to you and goes, and tries to communicate that there are many more that would be needed besides just yourself. but appreciating your gesture nonetheless.
May I try to give you some relief? It may be temporary, but... It would involve me touching you, is that alright?
He cautiously approaches you, slithering and inching all the while, until he is standing before you.
I'll meet him halfway. And I'll gently touch my hands to his scar, and I will try casting Lesser Restoration.
With Lesser Restoration on his scar, I will say, go ahead and roll a d4 with advantage for me.
Okie dokie. That is a 4.
With a 4, Buidu can now speak in 4-word sentences as you use Lesser Restoration on him. His voice is permanently damaged from the scarring. As he kind of opens his mouth, you can see his kind of like multiple tongues, mandibles, scar tissue and the like, but it unseals his jaw, this Lesser Restoration, as he's able to look to you and say, "Why do you do... Why... why you do this?"
To give you some relief.
Not view as monster.
No. Do you view me as a monster?
Enemy before. Confused now.
I understand. I was confused too. But it seems that you and your friends share a goal with us. And it would be senseless to continue this cycle of betrayal when you've lived through so much.
Couldn't protect my friends.
Well, they're alive now. There's nothing that can be done about the past. They are here now, and the best way you can protect them is by being here with them now.
How to say what I want to say in 4 words or
We
less.
can go back to silence if you would wish to take a break.
Can you take a breath and then keep going?
Haven't spoken so long.
I understand. I was silent for a good while too.
Seen as failure. Guilty.
By who?
Friends are walking corpses.
But they're walking.
Can never go home.
Well, neither can I. And to tell you the truth, I've been to your home recently, and you're not missing much.
Don't like the Fae? Wild?
They didn't like me either, and I suspect they wouldn't like you if you returned.
True. Vampire.
I show him both scars.
Different what I expected.
From me?
Yes. Stronger, but wiser.
That is due to the company I keep. The company I choose to keep. What is more important to you? Going home or being with your friends? Because you cannot have both.
Friends. Fix any mistakes.
Well, then, do you wish to be with your friends in life or death?
Always by their sides.
Then, if you choose your friends, you will have to make peace with what's happened in the past. Because the only way to truly fix this is if we are to kill between us. And that would leave you corpses, true corpses.
Perhaps wise. Not life.
You wish for between us to fall.
Perhaps speak with friends.
Yes, I imagine your friends are eager to speak with you. To see you.
We have an understanding.
I believe so. I am sorry to hear of your tale. But if I may say, when you see your friends again, I would encourage you to adopt a less selflessness outlook, as it was your downfall.
Wise words. You understand?
I do. And I know we are destined for more.
Do not want fight.
With me or between us?
You.
Good.
We have understanding.
Yes, we do. And fight or no fight, your friends will need you in the times to come.
Travel far with me?
I will.
He moves into position, kind of like not chest, it's like chest with you, but rather side to side. He looks back to Weep.
Thank you, old friend.
And Weep. And recluses himself, turning into a grand tree as his nature spirit becomes one with the ancient glade once again, disappearing. As he puts a hand out to clasp with you.
Buoy or Weep?
Buoy.
Before Weep transforms, I say, Leshy, one more thing.
Yes.
When we went to the Feywild, we met with your family.
Oh.
They miss you.
Cry. Tear.
Yes, I believe we could return you to the Feywild. We were convicted of various crimes, but I believe those are stricken matters
Oopsie
of...
daisy.
Yes, although I don't think we got to an actual trial. We've kept Sangari's daughter alive and are teaching her not as a hostage.
Well, who is that? I'm not sure who that is.
No one of your concern.
Okay.
I simply wanted to let you know that we will find a way to reunite you with them, as we are reuniting these Fae with their own.
Looks to you, remembers your first interaction where you saw him as a monster, now offering to reunite him with his family as he looks to you and he says, "A nobler knight there never was."
It is the least I can do for all you've done for myself and my friends.
Then I hope to see you again soon, Sir Cherie.
You can just call me Cherie.
I shall call you a friend.
Even better.
And he becomes an oak tree and disappears.
I will take Buoy Doo's hand.
I concede this battle.
And you are teleported somewhere. Where? We'll figure that out next session, as we're going to go over to Hathor very quickly before we end off. Sound good?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hey, when you muted yourself, was it because the train was going through?
What gave it away?
Clang, 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 goes the trolley.
Now, Hathor, you find yourself in an interesting position here. Not wanting to
Yes.
cut anything short, but goddamn, you have already done most of the emotional legwork with this person. Just as Muna looks to
I'm just telling her
Yeah.
all about Cherie. I'm telling her all about Wax, and I'm going, and he is my best friend. And we did not like each other in the beginning, and he said some things that were almost totally blasphemous to my faith. But we are the best of friends now, and he might have some advice for how to say sorry and mean it. Well, actually, both of them should have some good advice for telling you how to say sorry and mean it. I've clearly never done anything wrong, so...
Muna frowns so
I'm
deeply. Okay.
I'm joking.
It hurts more because she's an elephant, so there's a lot of wrinkles with her frowns. It's very punctuated. No, as she, I get it. Yeah, they both sound wonderful.
Tell me about your friends.
Oh. She like immediately seeing the joy that you're expressing through discussing like Cherie and Wax, she perks up immediately and she kind of like reflects that joy back to you as she goes, "Oh, they're all so wonderful. Chariotto is so old.
Yeah.
But he's so driven. There is no task that he would ever let overcome him." She looks to you and says, "I know that he has passed once again."
He was right, bastard. But you're right. Driven is absolutely the word.
I could agree to disagree, but I think if there had to be one of us whose story had ended, I'm glad that it was his. He was incredibly old.
Yeah.
He took such joys in hunting the fields around Herb Corte. For him to have one final chase, there is no better way that he could have passed. But to speak to the friends which I still could speak to, Laura and Krita are so caring. And I have thoughts about their relationship, but to not speak ill of those that are not here. Laura always understands how to throw the most lavish of occasions, and Krita, you can connect with her on such a deep level. Such sweet women. Bowie is so strong. And he loves so deeply, even if he is stern. And Remy can be a right fuck, but I think beneath all of the walls and through all of the tunnels, he's happy to be around people. Between us can lead so well. Can speak so well, he can make you feel like the most important person in any room. And he understands you. But I guess no one gets it right all the time. I can't believe that he thought that I could hurt you.
Yeah, what did you think you were gonna do to me?
He mentioned something about home court advantage. Some last-ditch attempt to handle things before you got too close to him. And when the battle was done, I was to present the aftermath to him, which is very graphic to say, and I apologize, but...
Gonna, like, carry my head.
No, I don't want to think about... She starts crying again. She's like, I don't want to think about your head being attached to your body. No, just tears, big tears.
I'm thinking in my head, definitely gonna teach this girl how to say that no is a complete sentence and she's allowed to set up boundaries emotionally.
But when the fight was over, we were going to be sent somewhere. And if there was ever someone that would be able to speak to between us and hopefully navigate around everything, all of the complications, it would be you. He is so smart, but maybe you could make him wise.
You know, I am known to be a very sweet talker.
I can tell.
But I think I've figured out maybe the way to get through to him. And I can't do it alone.
Muna reaches out. She takes your hand. And she says, "No more running."
No more running.
I concede this battle. As each of you are teleported with your Fae counterparts to an unknown location, we shall pick up right where we left off next time on Allatour, discovering where you are and just how close you are to the end. But with that, concluding tonight's session. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, we all had a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, and yes. Incredible. And only ending 15 minutes late. Perfect. Amazing. We all have fun?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So, want to detox about that super quickly. So, couple things about this. So first of all, hope that was a good time for everybody. Appreciate anybody that stayed to watch, coming to the table here. Appreciate it. But, so, the characters, all of that. So, I thought that was going to be really fun. I hope that was as enjoyable for you as it was for me. So, the cool couple things about it. So, Remy's okay, so I'll start with Remy. I'll work on it there. So Remy and Wax. Remy's main challenge, and again, didn't build this out a bunch because you guys didn't go there. And once I realized that kind of like the path you guys were on, I was like, it's okay. I got rough ideas in my head. But his challenge was going to be basically a gauntlet or a relay that he could not do alone. And so it was this idea of like the fact that he is like this like spy betrayer-esque person that's like so jaded, that's like so like the idea of like I fuck someone, they fuck me, and we just keep going around in a circle. Exactly. Around in a circle. And I was like, wait a minute, that's just Wax at the beginning of this game. And then I was like, wait a minute,
This is true.
Muna and like her main like Muna's the only person that like succeeded, and we'll get into why later if you guys want to keep talking to her. But I was like, oh, Muna not only is like this incredibly like emotionally like connective person, but her journey and like the reason why she feels this way is because she ran from the danger. She ran from her friends being in pain. And I was like, oh, like how Hathor ran from Higgy to start her adventure in this country. And I was like,
I gotta get out of here.
and like, and also like, I'm not saying that's like a morally bad thing. I was just like, that's the connective tissue there. And then for like, and obviously like Buidu and Shuri, this idea of like this like warrior that tried to do a very noble thing and ended up becoming like this like destroyed and like in some ways like disfigured in a way, then led into like ample feelings of like guilt and like seclusion because of that, with like very rare like connective elements keeping him like locked into his current goals and aspirations. And I was like, oh my god, let's just have these dudes fucking talk at each other for a while. That's so fun. So, and I hope and like, of course, wanting to have like a little bit of subtlety, but I hope, like, without me having to just like outright say it, you guys were like, oh, I can kind of recognize some of these faults or some of the like where these guys are. So I hope that worked well. I hope that was fun.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
That's
Read
fun.
us
Well,
for filth.
Hathor is now firmly set on using words, not violence, for between us. And she's going, now I know that it needs to be all of his friends.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Helping us do this.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, and I'm very excited. You guys are so close to such a satisfying end, and I truly can like and honestly maybe like 3 sessions. Honestly, we're
Jesus.
so close.
Damn.
Maybe 4 with a wrap up. We'll see.
We're gonna be playing fucking Fallout Miami in like 3 months.
Oh
we
my
and
goodness.
like that's the thing. I'm not like, and also I just want to make this very clear. I am in no way rushing to the end. The last D&D game that we ended was Zanwei Fu, and that was because it just took so long that I was like, cut it all the bullshit, it's ending. It should have ended like a year ago. And for like another game, which I'm not going to immediately mention, but like that ended because like it was kind of like, well, I'm done with this now, push to the finish. Where with this, it's like, let's finish off when things feel fresh and nice and conclusive. Where like, because like the idea of like going to the Shadowfell and like speaking to like a warlock patron, or like these like grand eldritch beings and stuff like that could work. But like if it doesn't contribute to your stories and your development, like I'm having like, does that make? I'm not trying to say no to that, but does that make sense? Kind of where
No,
I'm coming
totally.
from? So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, indeed.
And that's
I
why
enjoyed
like,
this a lot.
that's why I scrapped half the country. Not scrapped it, but mainly because you guys like I was like, oh, all of your arcs are in a U that go over the western half of the country. Could you imagine if we had 60 more sessions, none of which had anything to do with your personal stories? Like that would be
Jesus.
crazy.
Oh man, dungeon crawl.
Oh.
Dungeon crawl.
Only dungeon crawl.
Guys, free me. I don't want to do this.
Just a
Betrayed
skeleton
Zephyr.
banging on the shield.
Anything else to say before we call it for this evening?
Oh my god,
So well done. So
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh, well done.
Oh,
Agree.
thank you. And like, I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm just kind of like, if there's anything you want to say,
You deserve
like,
them.
in reflection, thank you. I appreciate it
Yeah.
as always.
Best DM in the world.
Best
DM in the
players in the
world.
world. We just spent 2 hours talking to make a make believe.
Hell
Love it.
yeah.
The best.
No.
Always good.
Hathor is so like, yeah, that motherfucker sent me here because he knows I'm goddamn convincing. Like, duh.
Dog.
Can't get within a
Duh.
500-mile radius of me, or I'm gonna make him a better person.
Yeah, and like, well, why didn't Between send Hathor to the rabbit that would steal her broom? Shut up! I don't care if there are kind of like every story has a certain amount of somehows, and I'll take one right there. I don't care if you guys were honestly better equipped for each of your scenarios than you should have been. I don't care about that. That was fun as fuck. So.
Absolutely.
But Hathor also has a glyph of warding on her broom permanently.
Remy.
Is it Rennie or Remy?
Oh, I started saying Remy. I think originally it was Rennie because it's Rennie Y, so like Renoir.
Yeah.
But then I started saying Remy because that's just a better name. So
It's whatever we want to.
Rennie.
I love that little. I love all of these characters. I need Rennie and fucking Louis to be like. I need to have 18 more sessions with them, and I'm so mad because I'm not gonna get it.
I loved Muna. I want to put her in my pocket.
Yeah.
yeah.
Put her in my pocket.
Cherie,
Beautiful.
your pocket is huge.
Yeah.
Cherie
Just take her
dragging.
No, Rennie is so fucking cute though. I love him. He is adorable.
Do it. Do the voice.
What? No.
I didn't realize you
Look
said
now.
you had Rennie say I concede. I was like, I thought you said I can she. I'm like, you concede what?
This battle.
So kind of thought that. I can see.
Listen,
what do
and
you
also
Concede.
just the way you held yourself when you were him, the little like
Yeah.
ah, ah.
He's a little rabbit. He's cute as a button. Holy shit. Well, and because also, like, if I had to conceive of a fight with him, could you imagine a fight where you can't hit him and you slowly start losing all of your items? That would be...
That would
Yeah.
suck.
Eldritch Blast! Eldritch Blast!
You can't hit shit, Doc. Oh! All right.
Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again.
But with that, I'm gonna be wrapping up. That was so fun, guys. I love you so much. That was
Love you.
we're so close to the end. I'm so excited.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
But with
He's
that,
like, I feel like 2 sessions ago you're like, oh, we have like 6 left.
we're gonna be close.
Yeah.
4, 6. We'll see. So
6,
Six,
7.
seven.
6. I'm done. I'm going to bed. Everybody, it's over. Everybody, seriously, sleep well. Thank you for coming to the table. We appreciate it. With any kind of like raids, if you stayed or lurking, we love you. And we'll catch you guys sometime, hopefully next week with a little bit more Allatour. So hope to see you there for that. Peace out, guys.
Ah.
Do, 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 do.